Hey guys, welcome to the restaurant series. Today I'm over here at Snoice in the Kearney Mesa location. We're gonna go inside and talk with Jayrell, the owner or the co-founder of Snoice, and we're gonna ask him about what Snoice means to the community and what Snoice means to him. Come with me and check it out. Hi, Jayrell. Nice to meet you. So we are here today at Snoice, and thank you so much for giving us a space to talk to you and also just explaining what this is and telling us a little bit about who you are. So thank you so much, and we're really grateful to be here.
Thank you, and for coming.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, straight up, I know we've got some orders that we did, and if you could just explain a little bit about what these are. Here you go. I'll give you this one. All right.
Yeah, so you're holding the galaxy far, far away. It's inspired by Star Wars.
Star Wars, yes.
It's like a galaxy, so the mango stars at the bottom, strawberry lemonade in the middle, and some butterfly tea on top.
Okay.
It's definitely our prettiest drink.
Yeah, it looks really, and I guess it's like slowly representing a galaxy far, far away, right? Yeah. And then you've got a really purple drink, like a really purple drink.
Yeah, and this is the most popular flavor in the Philippines, ube. And so it's ube on ube on ube on ube. Ube sauce on the side, an ube smoothie, we call it blend here, in the middle, and then ube with cream on top, topped with a coconut liquid.
Wow. Oh wow, that sounds really delicious. I love coconut, so it's like a nice little garnish on the top. And I know we have another thing. It's one of your famous dishes or desserts here.
Yeah, this is the holo holo, the original holo holo. So everything in here is made in house. And holo holo means mix.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's a bunch of different toppings. You get to make your own, or like you pick a different mixture.
Yeah.
And so
have fun with it.
Yeah. And usually at other spots they're like canned and they just throw it in, but this is all made fresh.
Wow. And I bet you can taste the difference in that as well, between the
Of
can
course,
and
fresh.
of course, it's always going to taste better. Right? So first off, I'm just going to start off with the long awaited question that most people, when they come into this place or when any location that you guys go have right now, we need to settle a debate, which is, how do you pronounce this store? Like, how do you pronounce Snoice? Is that how you would pronounce it?
Yeah, so people come in asking, is it Snoice or Snoice? And it's Snoice. It's inspired by the skit by Key and Peele. They're really famous comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's this skit where they're in a breakdancing circle.
Okay.
And he's just, the whole episode, there's like one word said where he's like saying, Noise. And we added an S to that, and that's how Snoice is born.
And is the S intentional for a reason? Is there a reason why you added the S into it?
Yeah, it's just a play on words. So like we serve shaved snow here and holo, so we shaved ice into it. So snow and ice together.
Snoice.
Now, this Snoice mural, the centerpiece of this location, it was done by a group called East Side Collective. They're from our hometown, so with Snoice, we like collabing with everyone from our hometown of Paradise Hills. So this group, all three of them are from Paradise Hills. That mural on the back was done by someone from Paradise Hills. Music that we have is by a DJ from Paradise Hills. So like we love featuring our own. They all happen to be Filipino, so we're always trying to promote. They're really talented, so this is like actually painted on, so it took them 3 days. And actually this decal is another company that's
Paradise.
And you'll see nuggets like, representing pieces of our brand and like us. So it's multi-generational. So you got the Lola with her, a mug, the Mahjong, which is a popular game. Different pieces of San Diego, but specific to Paradise Hills is that 2-story McDonald's and the water tower.
Yeah, and I see the Filipino flag and the American flag like across up there too. So that's such a nice touch to it as well.
Yeah, just little pieces of nuggets. Even like the Navy and the nurse. It's a popular monument, but we had a little twist where they look Asian.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Now we are in Snoice. And this is in the Kearney Mesa or the Convoy location. Could you tell us a little bit about this location? And I know you have another one as well.
Yeah, so this location is real new. We opened it during the pandemic, December 2020. There's, I guess, expansion plans in the making. We have another location that we've had for almost 6 years now in Spring Valley. And I guess both of them were accidents that kind of grew into what it is now. And we do have plans to like franchise this.
And the Spring Valley one, correct me if I'm wrong, is the original location?
Yeah, very original, and it's unique because, and very special to us because it's attached to my wife's parents' bakery, and they also own a water store next door. It's also where Diane and I grew up, so it's in our own neighborhoods that we grew up with.
The inspiration behind Snoice, it's more of a story. My husband and I, Jayrell, we used to live in New York City, in the East Coast. Right after college, we went there to pursue our dreams, and I pursued my passion and career in advertising, and he did his own thing with his nonprofit space. We were also pretty involved in the tech startup scene. It was around like 2011, 2012, and so that's when like the tech alley, Silicon Alley, I think is what they called it back then, was like on its rise. So it was a really exciting time, and if you've ever been to New York, like it's such an inspiring place. You brush shoulders with some pretty amazing people, CEOs, just very intelligent people. And so we were there, you know, kind of living the dream in our early 20s, and then lo and behold, we get pregnant. So coming from a very family-oriented background, we thought it was really important that we raise our family in an area where we have our village, and for us that was here in San Diego where Jayrell and I were both raised.
We were very involved with the communities there. I was teaching people entrepreneurship, and she was helping women on her end. And so moving back, we wanted to leave an impact on our own communities, so like give back to the community that we grew up in was one part of it. So starting that little shop was like something exciting for that neighborhood to get behind. But as we started to really brand and like grow the concept, it was really centered around family, community, and making it an environment where our like newborn son at the time would grow up in. And so it was never really about the desserts. The desserts is an excuse to get people together. And I mean, it's a nice brag too for the kids, but like it's really just an excuse to get together because like growing up, you know, we wouldn't go to like fancy dinners or like we'd always eat at home, but like we could afford like boba, and you know, everyone could get boba, or like desserts, and so it's an easy, quick thing. There's no time constraint. You don't have to like commit any certain time. You get it to go. So so that's why we committed with desserts in general, and it was an excuse to build a place for the community, build a place for our son, build a whole experience where they can be inspired by each other. And it's been great because we've done open mics now and different workshops, and really trick people into coming together, and really being proud of like a certain space and making it their own too. So that's why we collab so much, is we really want to give the courage to people to create their own and inspire each other. Not even just gain inspiration from us, but like from each other. We have like little kids, you know, going up with poems and raps and magic, and like inspiring adults to like come out of their shells.
His family comes from a business background as well, and just like hard work. His mom worked like 3 jobs at one point, and then they started a party rental business. And so I think in his mind, like the small business entrepreneurship was kind of in his blood as well. So having our background with our family being in business for so long, and then being inspired by the technologies that we saw in New York and the amazing people, we wanted to find a way to marry our very unique experiences together while also pursuing something that we could also benefit our kids with and our family.
We had no plans to open up a store. It was literally a cart and a hut. It was a trending dessert at the time, Shade Snow, Taiwanese inspired Shade Snow. And it expanded. We took over Holo Holo because we started to take it a little more seriously because it was blowing up.
Mhm.
So we served holo, and then added boba, and then ice cream sandwiches, and then we'll eventually serve lumpia. But those are our main desserts.
It was also the time that like Instagram was really popular, and you know, just I took a lot of food pictures, started an Instagram, and somehow it just like picked up. And the fact that we were in Spring Valley, I think, made us really unique. Whenever you think Asian American food, people usually think, okay, maybe that's Kearney Mesa, Convoy area. But really, it's all over San Diego. San Diego is so diverse. You know, National City, Mira Mesa, University Heights, North Park, like Spring Valley, there really are little pockets everywhere that represent Asian American food. And for me, it was this humble location in Spring Valley, and I felt proud.
What toppings would you recommend that I get so that next time I come in I can say like, I want the Jayrell special or something like that?
My most favorite topping is the coconut jelly. I would just have that with the milk, and that would be my topping.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm actually very basic, but I like to think of myself as sophisticated because I like simple things. I like the maiz con yellow because, I don't know, it's just simple, yummy, refreshing. And then I also like matcha milk tea with a little bit of boba, 50% sweet. So what are we currently working on, or are there any events that are coming up? You know, just coming out of COVID, it's pretty complicated. You know, we're not fully out of the pandemic quite yet, but I know that our community has been asking us like when we're going to be like kind of back up in the community scene in terms of events. And sure enough, we actually restarted our monthly event here at the Snoice Spring Valley location. It's the open mic. It's great. It's usually the third Thursday of every month, and people can come in and perform and be with their friends. In terms of other things that are happening, that's still TBD. Jayrell and I have talked about some ideas, but not really sure because of the pandemic. But you know, keep an ear out on our socials and you'll hear about it there.
Thank you so much for letting us come here and talk to you for a bit. Thank you for explaining about what Snoice means to the community. So thank you very much, Jayrell.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.